How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are cooking up some smoked pork belly lollipops. This is a fun twist on incorporating something new into pork belly, and I think they're going to be really, really good. So let's bring you in and show you how we're going to prep up these pork belly lollipops. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do to prep up our pork belly lollipops is we're just gonna slice this into 3 even strips, and that's just gonna look like this. All right, so now that we have our 3 even strips, we're just gonna get these seasoned up, and today I'm gonna be using the Tailgater's Barbecue Party Rub as a base, along with my Kickin BBQ Honey Chipotle. I'll have links down below. Feel free to check them out. I'll also have a discount code where you can save 10% if you order through the Sucklebusters website. So the first thing we're going to season it up with is the Party Rub. Followed by a heavier layer of my Honey Chipotle. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our strip here and we're just gonna roll it up into a circle. About like that. You want a pinwheel circle on these. Take a skewer. I prefer the metal ones. I'll have a link to these ones down below. I got them on Amazon. And there we go. There is our pork belly lollipop. I'm gonna get the other 2 all skewered up. All right, and there we go. There's all 3 of our pork belly lollipops skewered up and ready to go. And you may have noticed when I made these into the pinwheel, I did it so the fat was on the inside seam. That way we can get nice bark on the outside of the meat here. So I have the Ole Hickory CTO fired up at 275 degrees, running with a couple chunks of cherry wood, which is my favorite on pork. So let's get these out on the Ole Hickory CTO right now. All right, and these are the Smoky Woods cherry wood chunks I'm using. You can see got the Ole Hickory fired up. She is chugging right along. Let's get these pork belly lollipops on the Ole Hickory. All right, so we have the pork belly lollipops on the Ole Hickory CTO. You can see we got some nice cherry wood smoke coming out of there. I'm gonna get this closed down. We're gonna let it go for probably an hour to an hour and a half before we even bother to come out and check them, just because I want them to get some nice smoke on there. So I'm gonna get this shut down and we'll see you when it's time to check in on them. All right, so it has been an hour and a half. We're gonna check the temperature on these pork belly lollipops. You can see we have some fantastic color there. They are looking really good, nice smokiness to them. Let's check these out. We are sitting at about 162, 163, 160. So these are not quite where I want them before we're gonna start glazing them up. I'm looking to have them around 180, 185 before we start glazing them, because we are not wrapping these. We're gonna cook them tender and get the fat nice and rendered, but we're gonna hit them with a beautiful honey glaze during the cooking process. So I will come back out and check these in about 30 minutes. See you then. All right, so it has been another 30 minutes. I checked the temperature on these and they are sitting at about 180, and check that out. Don't those look amazing right there? Just dripping. That fat is rendering so nice. So what we're gonna do is to get that on there. I'm gonna take some of this Sucklebusters Honey Barbecue Glaze and Finishing Sauce, and we're gonna start glazing these up. And all I'm gonna do for that is just pour a little bit of glaze on each one, like so. You don't need a ton, and then we're just gonna brush this in. We're gonna flip it over and repeat the process on the other side. And check that out. How beautiful does that look? It looks so good. So I'm gonna get these back in here and let them cook for another, I don't know, 15 minutes, let that glaze set up, and then I'm just gonna come out and I'm gonna keep glazing them every 15 minutes until they're probing nice and tender. I'm guessing it's gonna be about another 30 to 45 minutes, but I'll bring you back and let you know exactly how long it's been. I can't wait to try these. See you in a bit. All right, so it has been about another 45 minutes and I just probed these. They are probing at about 200 degrees, and check that out. They look absolutely fantastic. They're tender, they're done. I'm gonna get these inside, let them cool off for a little bit, and then we'll jump in and do the taste test. I can't wait, these look amazing. All right, so here are our pork belly lollipops. You can see great color, looking nice and glazed up. Took a little over 3 hours, but I just cannot wait to try these. Look how good they look. Let's jump out and let's do the taste test. All right, moment of truth. Time to try these pork belly lollipops. I can't wait. Let's do this. These are absolutely fantastic. They're tender, they're juicy, that fat has rendered nicely. It's not the typical really rich pork belly, it's just got good barbecue flavor to it. The cherry wood smoke from the Ole Hickory. I know I sound like a broken record with that thing, but it is truly an amazing cooker, and the flavor it puts on meat is just unbelievable. I didn't know how these were gonna be, but man, they are so good. 100% have to give these a try. The Tailgater's Barbecue Party Rub with My Honey Chipotle and that sweet honey glaze from Suckle Busters is just perfect on pork every single time. The biggest thing with these is just to make sure you cook them tender. You don't want chewy pork on this. This is nice and rendered and soft and just has that nice luxurious pork belly flavor without it being too rich. I would definitely make these again. I think this is a great tailgating option. Carry it with one hand. You got your beer in your other. Just gnawing on it. That's what football season's all about, baby. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.